I think we're good, right? Okay, I can take my notes off because I'm all about notes, like 10 different notes. All right, let's start with that. Let's go with housekeeping notes because I got a bunch of those for you guys. Because you know me and my notes. Um, so two things. Welcome. For all of you that are new or returning, I'm Heather Brooks. I'm one of your fearless co-hosts here and co-founders of EXP Seniors Network. I love doing this. I host it every Thursday night, and I am all about marketing. I love it. So tonight's gonna be a good one. I'm really excited. I have had tons of people questioning in the comments and posting all about, ready? The CRM and the certification. I got both coming at me. One, CRM, the roundtable. Sorry, certification roundtable. And then CRM about the three people. And then I am bringing them here to answer your questions personally. So don't you worry. It will be not next Thursday night, but possibly the following Thursday night after that because I'm confused on some things now. Um, because I went back to recording and I heard one thing and I'm seeing another. And I don't mean you got to remember when you launch something, you're going to have hiccups. It's not a bad thing. It isn't. But I just want to get ahead of it because you got to remember, we right here at EXP Seniors Network, we are like the pre-launch before it goes company wide. So we're beta testing this, you guys. And so that feedback's huge. I appreciate all the feedback because I'm bringing your feedback to them next week in a meeting where I'm sitting down and saying, hey, when we had you on, so I just want you guys to know I got you. It's going to be handled. If there are other things that I'm not aware of, please message me. I would like to know because it means if you have a question, just like my friend Eric, more of you are going to have questions because Eric's really good at the questions, things that I'm sure most of you guys have questions on. So I encourage you to let me know because others are going to have the same thing. So that's housekeeping. Okay, you guys, that's my housekeeping. So I am going to bring them here ASAP figure possibly not next Thursday, but maybe the following Thursday or something. But I'm telling you, it's coming and I will have those covered because we are the beta testers. I
So
told
should
you.
we hold off then on joining the CRM until they come and
Well,
explain things?
you know what? Yes, because I don't know about this three rule. And let me get a meeting with them next week because I have a meeting with them next week. But I told everybody when we had our meeting, I'm like, wait up on the serum because you guys need to have people coming in before the serum. And then all of a sudden somebody mentioned the fact of like, wait a minute, it was only in an office. I'm like, ooh, I didn't know that.
That's what they said in that
Yeah.
minute, if you're in an office.
So that wasn't like the first call. So I got to go back and we got to see, we're beta testers. So I'm going back and I'm hitting like, hey, we're beta testing for you. We need to figure out the kinks. Let's just do this state by state. But when you roll it out, don't do it this way. Because I'm sure you guys have to understand on the back end, it's probably a little crazy. So I can understand that. However, I will handle it. Okay. I will figure it out. Oh, Amy, how you doing, Amy? I had lunch with Amy. You guys, it was fabulous. I had a great lunch with Amy. Thank you, Amy, for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Um, you guys, so that is about the CRM. That's about the certification. I will bring him in, but again, remember we are the beta testers. So we knew this kind of going in that there was going to be some hiccups. Please, I encourage you for feedback because we want to see this successful across the company. Because if it succeeds here and it succeeds across the company, how great is it for us to be able to have downlines and coaching and to help them? It's all about, hand up, not hand out. Which gets me to tonight's talk, like class. I want to talk about influencing with intention. Okay, different, right? when you influence with intention, but when you influence with intention, we want to build trust in our videos. In order to do this, I wanted to break it down for you guys. All right. And I'm going to share my screen with you guys. All of this stuff I'm going to put in the chat box, so don't you worry. You guys can see my screen, correct? Yes, I hope so. Yeah, a thumbs up. Everybody, yeah. So I kind of want to think about going through marketing through the decades. Okay. Think about marketing timeline from 1945 to 2025. Every one of us on this call, whether you were born in before the 50s, but it doesn't matter, you will have seen the transition of this marketing at some point in your lifetime. So I was born after the 60s, but for those of you on this call, you were really talking about mass marketing and the jingles. You had a lot of jingles going through with that. You also had, something like with Coca-Cola, Skippy peanut butter. You had a lot of that type of stuff. People, they didn't want they didn't want just a product, they wanted the status, right? The messages were you're the mom, the man, the housewife. Think of Leave It to Beaver style. All right. Then in the 70s, it was inflation to household income as you go into the 70s and 80s. Think about what's happening in that era. You also have, because of the rise of inflation, think about Burger King coming in, have it your way. It was a little cheaper than other products, other brands that were out there. Brands actually started listening. Think about that. That was in the 80s. Oops. That was in the 80s. I'm going to make it bigger. Sorry. Ooh, there we go. Then in the 90s, think about what came in the 90s, okay? Ooh, yay. Sorry, you guys. Think about what came in the 90s. You had dot-com boom. That's when like internet really started coming. That's when smartphones, YouTube, we went through a recession, but I mean, we really had like Got Milk. Think about some of the eras, marketing. I'm talking marketing, you guys, just marketing strategies. I want you to understand this for a reason because this is what tonight's um like gate plan is all about is the marketing style. And the reason why I say that is because you know how I like Dr. Robert Cialdini, and I'm going to show you how marketing like this is with what he says in his book. I'm going to compare the two and you'll understand why. Let's go into the 2000s. We already talked about that, social media ads, brand influencers. But then you get into 2016, you get into 2020 to 2025. Okay, I'm just going to skip to the last 5 years because a lot of us that's fresh in our memories. AI, big, remote life. We've got the pandemic. We've got a lot of stuff that went on. We are a brokerage that's cloud-based in a way, like not connecting. The only way we're connecting is right here. We are branding EXP Seniors Network by being here like this. Don't think I understand what I'm doing. For 7 years, I've been branding this. I know what I'm doing. I think like this Cialdini method, this is Cialdini method. This is the way my brain thinks, it always has. I can't explain it. I'm an educator. I can only explain what I see in my head. Let me put this into perspective as home buyers and sellers, because you know I got to do that. Okay. Now, because I want a version of like, let's talk about like the home buyers and sellers and what is the 1945 to 2025 and what's really happening. Now, you guys saw what I pulled basically from the marketing era, like from each era, who they were targeting, what they were targeting, the slogans. Okay. Now let me give it to you in the housing industry because this is what I'm going to break it down to you and what you want, not that. Okay. I'm just telling you that that's what it looks like. Now let's look at the marketing for us. as buying and selling. Let's talk about 50s and 60s. You guys saw what was happening in the 50s and 60s then, right? When we were marketing and the shift, and you had GI Bill and all that. Think about the style of what was happening. We were coming, you had the FHA loans, accessible homeownership, TV ads, newspaper prints with the American dream and a white picket fence. Think about it. 50s and 60s. Okay. When you were buying a home, what'd you want? You want to keep up with the Joneses. It was your first step to actually making it. You didn't rely on internet. You relied on realtors, brochures, and open houses. These were also cookie cutter homes that were sold as perfect post-war getting your family started, right? Your campaigns, your future of these homes was dishwashers and air conditioning. How funny is that? Now, get it. These homes, when they were buying it, think about this, you guys. How old? How old do you think these homes already are? I talk about this almost all the time. How old do you think these homes are?
Oh,
Old. Old. Now let's get into 70s and 80s. What kind of and each one of us again on here, our parents went through one of these eras. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. I don't. I don't care how old it's going to affect you. Because in the 70s, 80s, we went to a shift into personalization of what was happening. You had economic downturn. It was also like it was serious investment, you guys. Agents, that's when agents were cold calling, door knocking, mail listing. That's when they were getting connections in the community. You had dual incomes in the 70s and 80s as you were starting. It was pretty expensive. Marketing was have it your way. Remember back to the burgers. You want home customization. That was a huge selling point back then. Again, how old your home? Old, 50 years old. Now, again, these homes, remember when they were being sold, they were already built. So probably now they're 50 years old at least. Now, if you get into the 90s into the early 2000s, guess what we got? We got the click and see era. That click and see era was, ooh, what happened? That was, think about what was happening is that dot-com boom in that early era. Think of HGTV was huge in that era. And now remember, I am talking about hold on, I'm talking about in the 90s to early 2000s when I talk about this up here, .com, that's when MLS went online. How crazy is that? You also had HDTV. We all remember that. Most of us do. It's still on. It's no different. That's when that started in the 90s, you guys, not that long ago. But then you got to think about how buying and selling evolved out of that. Put it in there. This is why I keep telling you, you have to think about shifting your mind. Why? Because as you get further into the 2000s, into 2015, Zillow generation, that's all came browsing. That's the Great Recession. That's when we were swiping like Tinder, right through there. Swipe, swipe. I like love. You saw how many likes it had. Same thing. Every seller was staging something at that point. They had to tell a story. You had to price it competitively. Now, let's get into 2016 into 2025. Marketing. And now let's talk about what's happening in the home market. You have trust is the new location. Wait till I tell you why. I'm so excited. Trust is your new location. You have so much chaos out there between AI, between aging boomers. Look at that. Isn't that great? But you have people that crave transparency and they crave certainty. We know that right now it's the highest in buyers and sellers on NAR. No, this is a no-brainer. But I'm going to tell you why that marketing campaign, the campaigns you saw through the years, versus what I'm teaching you right now, how it's all going to tie together in a second. So when you're talking about 2025, you're needing to trust the person behind the listing. You're wanting to walk through things, real talk, community insight. They want you to differentiate yourself from each other. They don't want you just to decorate the crap out of it. They don't want you to slap a lipstick on a pig. That's not what they're looking for. They don't want you to sugarcoat that shit. I'm going to show you why, guys. I'm going to show you why. I practice what I practice on you guys is like what I've now been realizing what I need to do in my videos. It's freaking working. It's working. And I mean it in like the real raw way, the way I teach you guys. The way I'm teaching you guys is now what I'm shifting into my videos of my teaching and my style of teaching to you. There's a difference. But I want you to see what's going on in the marketing style. Okay? I say that. Okay. Before I do that, I do want to shoot. I'm not able, unfortunately, to see how to get into. Sorry, I wish I could. I got to stop sharing in a second because in order for me to put something in the chat box, otherwise I don't know how to do this with you guys. I want you guys to have that paperwork before I forget. So I'm going to put a bunch of paperwork in the chat box for you. So as I go over it, you'll have it, okay? Give me 1 second because I'm getting there. Okay, so oops. Okay, so I'm hoping because as I pull them up, I want you guys to have it. Okay, you should have, there's a lot coming through, you guys. So please bear with me. Do you guys see a bunch in the chat box? That means I did it right. Okay, I'm going back to screen sharing. Okay, all right. Right. So let's go with, I already gave you Heather's version. So two of those I've already been through. I don't know why my little hand's up here, but forgive me. Lower hand. All right. So let's go in with, I want you guys to pull up what says influence with intention and how to build trust through video. There's a reason why I say this, you guys. Okay. I'm gonna, and oof, I don't like when it does that. Okay. Ooh. What happened? Oh, there we go. The reason why is because, and I don't want you to skip ahead, please, because I have things that go with this. Okay. Forgive the madness. But when we talk about influence with intention, I talk to you guys all about serving with your hand up, not out. Giving free information, checklist, call to action, don't be salesy, all of that stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Just here's why, okay? First off, when you looked at marketing, the styles of marketing, we saw what worked. Newsprint, radio, all that stuff, all the way to social media. Right now, as we all know, social media seems to be the place that you are doing everything on. Think about it. Think about the influence that people have on social media to take down a celebrity, to influence a product, to influence, and I put it on in our group, on our Facebook group. There's this real estate agent that I was showing who is probably in her late 70s. She's been in the business many, many years, and she's sitting in her car with playing music, and I'm sure it's some young kid running her account for her, but the woman's got hundreds of thousands of views. And it's all in the way that you're face, meaning talking to the camera and your human connection to the camera is, or the place. Maybe it's a restaurant. Maybe, and by the way, don't look at what I have here because I'm giving you outside of the box ideas and then we'll get to what's there. But the point is, it's a place. It could be a restaurant. It's food. Think about the styles of media I'm talking about right now, the different styles. Or you've got the space, right? The adventure you're on, bringing somebody into your space on a trip, on a vacation. These are the styles of videos that we're seeing right now. I say that because it's so important to have these types in your content, however you want to do it. Now, this is how I'm tying it together, okay? This is the brilliant idea that I had of, my boy, Dr. Robert Cialdini. Love the man. Never met him, but when I do, I'm going to props him with a lot of marketing material because here's why. He's a renowned psychologist out of my alma mater, Arizona State. And I want you to tell you, I don't read books, but I do listen to books on tape. I'm fascinated by books. I listen to them all the time and YouTube videos on things about marketing and connection and psychology. I find it fascinating how they all connect. And so he came up with a book called Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. He outlined the 6 key principles of influence that are widely used in marketing, sales, negotiation, and trust building skills. You can easily embed these into your marketing as you influence with intention. That's where I'm coming with this. The reason why I say this is these principles, they're not sales hacks, you guys. It's human behavior. You're already using it says you're already using some, so let's actually use them with intention behind it. Okay, so I skipped it. So anyway, listen. He talks about reciprocity. I tell you guys about giving free tips. We talk about that in marketing. Commitment and consistency I always tell you guys, come from why you do it. We are all on this call for a reason. We have been influenced by some reason why we've got a passion to do this. It might be a parent, a loved one, whatever it is, I don't care. But that commitment and consistency is why you show up here. It's the same why you show up out there and do what you're doing in this industry. Social proof. It's not just about, by the way, client testimonials. It's about this is how I help your family or this is how I can help your family. I'm going to show you why. When you talk about authority, dang, you guys have the authority in the real estate market. Don't you guys understand that? This network is your real estate authority. Having that certification is your real estate authority by being able to place people after when they need to sell the house. Not when, before they even need to, before the crisis. I'm going to show you guys why this is all important, okay? But let's talk about liking. I need you to be real and raw. Look at the influencer marketing that is going on. Look at everybody. Doesn't matter what they're doing. They could be working out. They could be in bed. It doesn't matter. I tell you this because that's what people want. Now I'm going to go back to that style of marketing that we talked about when we bought the house. Guess what? The real estate agent in the 70s had the messy goddamn bun. Why? Because we were working out. The guy who, if you were a guy, you were dropping kids off at school and mingling with all of the people to try to work with business, but you had your workout clothes on because you were going to go play tennis or golf, whatever it is, you were being normal. You weren't being a real estate agent showing up faking it in a house and trying to sell it. That's not where we are right now. Let's talk about scarcity. We are scarcer than you guys have no idea how scarce we are. As real estate agents, look at the amount of people that need us but they have no idea we exist. Think about that. Okay. Think about that. You have no idea the amount of people that are going through something right now, whether it's needing some type of a tip. They need some type of authority to help them and show them through something. They need to like you and trust you to ask for your help. I'm telling you this for a reason. I'm so excited to tell you because you know me, I'm always excited to tell you guys things. So, by the way, let's just stop for a quick second and cheers. If you are on the East Coast, typical time, but water, whatever you're doing, but cheers to everybody. Mm. All right. I want you guys to know we're not faking this urgency. It's out there, it's real. Statistics show us when we're on here, my past videos, we know about it. But I want you guys to help them act before. Do you hear me? Before it's too late, before the crisis happens. Educate, I tell you this, guys, a lot, before something happens. Because that goes back to the Cialdini reciprocity, the free tips. They're going to be indebted to you for something, even though they don't know you. They will trust you. They're going to love you. They're going to question things. Mark my words. Let me show you why. So I am going to stop this part right here before we go into anything else. And the reason why is because for the last week, I have completely redone the way that my TikTok is coming, the way that I'm showing up. I have decided that I want to teach, it's really been the last 2 weeks, that I want to teach from a different way. Like the way that I teach you with passion, with options, with not in a marketing style, but with my hand up in a great way. So let me show you something. All right. Now, I've talked to you guys about this before, but like I'm right now to 2,600 followers. Okay. Let me show you something. Do you see this 57,000 views? Let me just show you when I actually put this up. Let me just show you. Okay. Here's the proof. Most aging parents don't want to be told what to do. They want to feel heard, respected, in control, even when things are clearly in chaos, shifting, and out of control. But here's how I want you to show up in those conversations as their kid. And it's in ways that are actually going to help and work for both of you. I want you to start soft. Don't freak out. You don't need a PowerPoint presentation. You don't need an intervention. You just need to open the doorway to just have conversations. Like, can I run something by you? It's been on my mind. That's going to signal respect. It's going to lower their defenses. Or like, focus on what matters to them. Oh, sorry. I'll tell you that. It's not going to be logic. It's not what you want. It's start with their values. You've always prided yourself on being independent. That's a good one. Or you told me once you never wanted to be a burden. Oh, that's a good one. Now you're on the same side of the table with them. You're not across. Also, you should probably ask before you assume. So instead of you can't drive anymore, try what's the plan if something happens behind the wheel. Instead of you need help, oh, sorry. Have you thought about what support could look like on your terms? You know, questioning things like this is going to be a powerful tool and you want to use them. The common mistake that I see is waiting for a crisis to happen. That's what you guys wait for. And so if the conversation happens only after the fall of diagnosis and 911 call, 10 times harder, 100 times more emotional. I'm telling you, you deserve better than that. And so do your parents. I want you to do this instead. Have those conversations, but drip it over time. I want you to listen more than speak. I want you to keep it very short, keep the door open, and come back with love and dignity. If you are the one that's actually thinking about all this and stopped and heard it till now, you're probably the one that's the strong one in your family, the one that shows up, even when it's awkward, even in the middle of chaos, even when
no one else in the family shows up. I see you for that. I'm Heather, I'm an aging specialist. I'm the person that you call when your parents are in the middle of a crisis and you're unsure of where to turn to. I'm here to educate and help you.
Okay, I'm just not gonna, I'm just gonna give you the gist of what this is. So as you can see, it's a long video, but
Wow.
I want you guys to see up top. When I posted this video, just look up top. Tell me what you see up top, right up here. When did I post this video? 1 day ago. 1 day ago. By the way, do you see how many hearts I've gotten? 1,564 hearts. Oh, by the way, do you see 3 seconds right here? This person just started following me. Wait. Let me just show you. 106 people have commented. I can't even keep up with comments, you guys. I can't even keep up with comments. By the way, this isn't even the first video. I got to show you 6 other videos that I've done. The reason why I'm telling you this, and by the way, do you see how many people have saved this video? Now, when I talk to you guys about Cialdini, when I talk to you about marketing, when I talk to you about showing up, when I talk to you about that, look at me. I'm in my freaking garage with boxes behind me. Oh, look, somebody else just started following me down here. But by the way, Messy, I just came home from pickleball. It was late at night. Oh, look, 5 seconds ago, somebody else just followed me. I'm not kidding you guys. Seriously. Do you guys see this? Now, this was 1 day ago. Let's get into the rest of the videos that I started doing that were like this. Okay, this one was a long time ago. I actually showed you guys this one. It was just to music. It's kind of funny. But like, look at this one. Fiblets. When did I post this? 1 day ago.
Someone would
It was
give a moment where the truth.
Oops, sorry. So, by the way, this one right here, sorry.
When you're caring for
This one right here, this one was less than a day ago because I think I posted this like this morning or something. And this one already has 269 people loved it. 25 people have already talked or something. You guys, I'm telling you, people need education. Serve with your hand up. There is nothing that I am doing here that I'm selling myself with. I am, and I'm telling you, I'm being strategic with my marketing and why I'm doing this. Everybody's got their own reason why. But by the way, this one, in bed. Oh, yeah, I'm in bed right here.
you love your parents, but caregiving, it's crushing you.
In bed. 12 o'clock at night, I'm just bored. I did a video. I told you be real and raw. Oh, what do I say? Why do I say that? Oh, look at that. 506. This was 4 days ago. 564 people loved it. 95 people commented on it. And everybody's like, didn't sign up, but stepped up. There's a difference. Unlike my 7 deadbeat siblings, I could go on with the comments that are in here, but you guys, this is real. This is raw. Ones that caring for an aging parent ruins your life and your marriage. It's a horrible chapter. Do you know how alone people feel? We've all been there or seen somebody go through it. All of us. I've watched clients go through it time and time again. I am so fortunate to have a family that put it together, but it's because of me. Not because of me, but because my parents have seen things and because I had conversations with them a long time ago. Shit, I wasn't going to let any of that happen. Think about that. Hate. I've gotten up in the morning, got in my car alone and left by myself. For me, in 2 years, it's killing me. I'm a prisoner. Do you know how much is out there that people don't know? Start giving them education. Tell them where to go. Tell them what to do. Tell them where to find it. They need it. I need your guys' help to answer these questions. Have
May I
fun.
interrupt you? Do you go back to each of these and respond, or what do you?
I don't. Do you see? I'm one. I'm I'm a one-person show, Eric. And you know, I'm also running this group by myself. No, I don't have time. I could hire somebody. I would love to hire somebody to do this for me, but no, I don't. It's long. It's long. Going through this now, people ask me if I liked moving in with my mom or if she was moving in with me. Like I have the only option is that I completely give up my life, my job, my home. Help them not do that. Please save them. And I'm going to show you how. Okay. Let's market. Let's market ourselves. Okay. The reason why I tell you guys this is because it is so important the way that you show up. And that's going to go back to his way, his principles, you guys, the way you're showing up. So let's talk about what actually worked in the videos that I showed you. Okay. Because I want to know what was it about that video that you saw that resonated with America? And by the way, it is not about followers at all. I want you to think this is all about feelings.
Having been through all that,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've
Tapping
been
into
through it,
emotion.
Heather, but I mean, many of us
Yes.
have. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty, I'm lucky enough to have had siblings that drove the boat and I sat and watched, but
Yes. Very
they
lucky.
wanted to drive the boat. But
However, even with driving the boat, not everybody's on the same page. Now, wouldn't it be nice, by the way, I call you my sandwich shop. You're my sandwich shop for a reason because they need the tools to guide them through that. No different, Eric, than your siblings gave you the tools to guide you through it. Well, basically, they took it away from you, maybe, or whatever the case may be. But the fact is, how about you doing it for people? Because people cannot do that for themselves. You've gone through one side of it, but I guarantee you that Kim or myself or Cheryl or Tony or one of us on this call has been through different variations. Excuse me. But I will tell you in all of my videos, not all of them. I'm sorry. No, I shouldn't say all. In 99% of my videos, I will say it's not a one size shoe fits all. And I tell you guys that also. That's why I tell you, you need 3 various types of people, right? 3 variations of people that are going to be able to deal with personalities. We all have different personalities. It's not a one size fits all when it comes to what we're doing. No different. So that's a big part of this. So the reason why I showed you that is because I want you to look at, and I'm framing it for you. It's not about the followers. It's about the feelings that you're portraying and getting across, the information that you're giving, the script that you're giving them without taking something in return. You want to connect. You want to tap into their emotions. We're dissecting that, baby. We're dissecting it because it hits all of Cialdini's 6 points. Think about that. It hits what he tells you that's so important. You're connecting with them without expecting. You're tapping into emotion for free just by showing up. Think about that. Why I asked you, why did people comment? Because guess what? They resonated with that. If you want to go back to Cialdini, that goes to social proof. I don't need to do it. The testimonials of those people did it for me. You guys don't get it. I keep like hitting your head. I'm like, it's like amazing. However, you guys are always showing up, so I love it because it's working for you. Think about it. Now, getting back to, oh, come on, really? Okay, let's go back to, okay, there we go. So let's go back to that. What does it generate? How is it structured? I tell you these things because I told you I am not looking for a home, or I'm not looking for to grab people like that. I'm looking at a much bigger picture in my profession. I've told you guys this from the beginning. I'm working on something much bigger on the back end that will help the entire public, both for the professional and for the consumer, because it's way bigger than that. I don't believe it just stops at homes and real estate agents. I've always told you, I think it's, all professionals alike in this industry. People have no idea that they exist. We lack education. I love education. That's me. That's where I lead from. I lead with my hand up from education. So I'm not selling. I want to lead from an educational standpoint. So you guys got to find your niche. But the reason why I bring this influence with intention is because the affiliate marketing that comes behind this is the other part of that you guys don't see coming. The affiliate marketing not necessarily is a financial gain on a product, because I do have products that I have that I could do placement with. Do I? No, because that's not, I'm not that type of I'm not that type of person. I don't like that. I like teaching about things. But here's what I will tell you in our industry, think about the affiliate marketing that you could be doing with all these senior living communities. I'm going to show you how, like with one of the plug and plays, but think about it beyond just the certification and a CRM. It's a much bigger picture. The affiliate marketing with home healthcare companies. Remember, I told you that I have a lot of home healthcare companies that I work with. And I will walk into somebody's house and they're like, oh my God, you need somebody here. Take your pick. And they'll say, oh my God, Heather referred me. And they know me at that one because I see them at all of the events that I go to. So it's not somebody that I don't know. It's somebody that I know, somebody that I like, know, and trust. I tell you that all the time. What I preach, I do. So know that. But understand that when they're going to come to me, yeah, I get paid. That's affiliate marketing. I may not be doing it out on social media because that's not my intent. I didn't realize it's affiliate marketing, by the way. It's just a referral fee to me. Think about how marketing was then versus now. We saw it as referral fees. It's called affiliate marketing. That's what it's called now. Anyway, so tools and tech. You saw the videos that I did. I was laying in bed with my Apple phone. I didn't have any lighting on me. That video had what, 10,000, whatever, 10,000 views? Yes, an iPhone. That's all. So, do I have a clip on No, I don't. I don't do any of that. However, here is what I do have. I do have captions. I love Captions app. Okay, I do. I love the Captions app. I also love CapCut. I do use CapCut. CapCut is really easy to use. I don't do Pro. I don't do any of that. That's just me. I do captions. I like it. I have like I do have the paid version. It is great because think about eyesight. Think about people being able to see the content of what's on your video and what you're trying to say. It helps you roll out your script or whatever you're saying on there. You can change the font, you can change the coloring. But I say that because it's important when you're talking to older people and you want them, when you're doing a video for them on YouTube or whatever it is, you want that verbiage up there. I have done recordings in past of, I tell you this, when you're working with an older adult homeowner, paperwork is like this right now. You have inspections, you've got addendums, you've got all this stuff to have them sign. That's not what they're used to when they bought the house in the 70s, 60s, 70s. I showed you what it was like back then, how it was, what it looked like. I can tell you that my parents still have the original purchase contract for their home. It's 3 pages. It's perforated at the top. It's there was a pink. I mean, they have one of the copies, but you could tell there was a pink, a white, and yellow. That was it. Everybody signed at a kitchen table. You didn't have the inspections like you got today. It's vastly different. It's got to think outside the box because they don't want to sign something this big and that you just sent through the email. So I'd print it out and I'd say, do me a favor, bathroom material. And I've done videos on this, you guys, but I have recorded myself on Zoom. I go, look, this is going to be bathroom material for you to look over. I'm going to hit major points on X section and X section. You have to break it up, by the way. Don't lump it all in one video. And you break it up very discreetly and say, these are the important facts. This is what I'm going over. When I see you on X day, we will go over this if you have any questions. That eliminates the back and forth texting and calling and figuring out what was in that contract. What did you mean? What did that say? I didn't get that. Don't do it. I'm going to save you so many hours on back and forth with explaining stuff in contracts. Do it all in a video. Go through each contract in a video and just send that out to each client. You don't have to redo it. The front of the video, front end, when I say front end, it's a front end card. It's very easy to put in there. It's just a cue card. That cue card says, oh my God, hey, blah, 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 blah. How's it going? I'm so excited that you've decided to purchase whatever. Here's part of the contract I wanted to go over with you. And then boom, you slide in the video that you've already done on Zoom. They think it's personalized, but you already slide in the video of that one contract that you want to go over. Explain to them point blank all of it and then go over it with them. That's it. Everything, because there's a lot. So I tell you that cap cut and that captions, blessing. I'm not into like all the gear. I'm really not. I have this. This is what I have. This is what I used in the garage. That's it. This is what I used in the garage. It stands up really tall. This is it. Amazon. And my garage light. That was it. Now, I will tell you that I do have a teleprompter app. It's nothing. And it's when I like really have like something that is structured and I want to do it and and I want to keep on target. So I will use a teleprompter. Do I edit in Canva and InShot? No, I have enough on my plate, so I don't. But I do other things in Canva, and we have Canva for free. So I love Canva. And I do so many other things in Canva. Now, let's talk about repurposing that content because I'm going to then go into a live build and we'll build it all. But let's repurpose that content because the content that you saw, I could actually take and make into not one, not two, but 3 IG reels or reels on Facebook or on YouTube. Now, not on YouTube, just on those two. The reason why I say that is because when you're in reels, you only have a certain amount of time to have a reel. If you do a reel, you can split that video up into increments. And then we've all done it when we're on Instagram, we're like, oh, you tap on it and then you see a bunch of pictures. That's how you can repurpose. You can also take it, you can put it on YouTube and you can put it on all that good stuff. You could put it on LinkedIn. I even put one of these on LinkedIn and the amount of people that not only reshared it, but commented and liked it was great. I had a lot of traction on it, which is something we always want when it comes to our industry as an industry expert. To me, it's important. All right. So let's see. All right. I want to go over an example of a script. Where are we? Oh, sandwich generation, script formula. Okay. Let's talk about this, you guys. 2 things. If you notice that the people that were commenting were talking about their children, their parents, and what they were going through. I call you my sandwich generation shop. I say that all the time to you guys. We talk about the sandwich shop. I talk to you about the secret sauce. I'm going to do another class on your sphere of influence and the people that you need as your secret sauce to help things like this. But here's why I say that, because we are entering a different era of marketing. We are entering a different way of marketing ourselves and what we are doing and how we are showing up, but especially the way we serve our community. Think about that. You got to think about back to the six that six key factors of marketing psychologically. I'm all about the psychological side. I love knowing the psychological side of why things happen. How can I give up people options? That's the educational side of me. Don't go down the rabbit hole. I've got ways to help you without getting there. Serving that way has always brought people to me. It just has. I hope that you guys do the same. So let's talk about, and we're going to build this together. I want to talk about a sandwich script. Okay. For me. Okay. This is my secret sauce and format to putting videos together. 99.99% of the time, by the way, when you guys get your call to actions with your plug and plays, this is the format I put in there. I'm just actually giving you the format like on a silver platter right now without all the plug and plays. But the reason why I say that is because this format's worked for me. That's working for me. This is the way I've always educated. This is the way I've always attracted you to this group. I have given you guys a hook. If you guys have come here, you guys have more than likely seen one of my posts in EXP somewhere within workplace, which is how you've ended up here. My hook was something with a who, what, where, when, how, why, or hooking you in with a stat. Somehow I hooked your butt over into here. And then I gave you a main insight. We are the largest, yada, yada, whatever the case may be. That's why I say plug and play. And then I give you the lesson you're going to learn. And then your call to action has always been join EXP Seniors Network. That is the script I've used for you guys all along. I just decided to use it on social media to all the millions and billions of people out there that are going through all the things that you and I have seen in our careers and are trying to help people go through landmines. That's how I look at this. So, for example, okay, let's just example this script, okay? And then we're going to build one. Your mom's still sleeping on a second floor bedroom and there's no railing on the stairs. She's not going to move, but you know that you're losing sleep over it. Let's talk about aging in place versus denial and what it looks like. You could say something like that. You could walk through a home. You could show the home. You could show how great grab bars look like and like reimagine and reframe aging. There's so many ways that you could take this script and spin it. That's how my head works. However, I would love for you to look at that and spin it however you want to spin it. The reason why I say that is because we all have our own style. We're all hitting certain demographics. Now, let's go build a script together. And I am going to show you how I build the script with you guys, okay? And I'm going to show it to you live. I'm going to go into ChatGPT. I'm going to go through the whole dang thing. All right, so I am going to ask for Nashville Nate. Come on down, buddy. Open up for a second, okay? If you can open up your mic for a minute, please.
Yes.
Now, after Nashville Nate, I'm gonna just probably ask for another one really fast, and then we can go over things. But here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be our exercise right now, okay? We're gonna turn a messy situation, maybe that you've gone through with your grandparent or you've seen your parents go through, or a client go through, or a friend's grandparents or parents go through. It could be in their home. It could be an emergency at the hospital or a home health care incident. I'm just putting all these into your mind, okay? I want you to turn this messy situation into like a really, like, give me 3 things that you wish you could see. I feel like we're doing a magic trick here. 3 things that you wish you could see happen for your friend in this situation. Like 3 different styles of options. Okay. That's all. That's all I want you to do for me. Okay. So just think about that. All right. Because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do right now. Now, I am going to close this guys out really fast, and I am going to, while we're here, I'm gonna go into my handy dandy little favorite friend over here because I'm just gonna do it in here. It's just faster and easier without me on my toes. But Nashville Nate, oh wait, before I do that, can you do me a favor, Nashville Nate? Can you just please give me your problem that you've seen someone go through or that you've gone through that maybe some of us can resonate with? It's different generations, so it doesn't really, whoever you want to entertain.
I'll be honest, I was a little tuned out a few months before you called my name, but so you're asking me a problem that I've encountered like through real estate?
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be real estate.
I mean,
It
okay.
could be anything with aging or that you personally have seen friends go through, grandparents, parents. It could be a fall in their house. It could be whatever it is, navigating an issue with aging. Or maybe they didn't have the house in a trust, or maybe they're in probate. It doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't have to be a house.
Yeah.
But maybe they're trying to come back home and they can't come back home because they don't know what to do. I don't know, but something you know.
Grandparents getting older, and having like the woman having her own medical problems, but then at the same time the husband also getting older and starting to lose his memory, and then she's trying to take care of him.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna show you. Here's why I say this, you guys. Every time that we do marketing classes, I love my Google. Here's why. What Nashville Nate, I'm just gonna call him Nate. What Nashville Nate, actually I kind of like Nashville Nate because now I've nicknamed you since last time. Brings up a really valid point because when we talk about sandwich generation, by the way, we're not talking about people just our age. We're talking about people that are sandwiched that are going through this. I don't care what age you are. You are going to be straddled with having to watch, feel something with somebody that is older, whether it's your parents taking care of or a grandparent taking care of each other. It's heart-wrenching. It affects all of us. Doesn't matter what age. I don't care. You're affecting every one of us. The reason why I say this is because Nate, watch what I'm saying, okay? Now, it sounds like you're facing a common challenge, right? So changes in home environment. Here's why I say this, okay? I am going to take all of this right here really fast. Okay. And I want to put it in ChatGPT. All right. Now, the reason why I say this is my grandparents are getting older, both with problems taking care of each other. And I need help creating a, hold on one second, um, uh, what would Nate, the grandson, how, Nate, let's just say you're in your, are you in your 30s, 20s?
37.
Yeah, 37. Nate, the grandson, due at 37. Video. Okay, so I need help creating a video for Nate, who's 37.
And to be clear, this is not necessarily my problem. It'd be
No,
like
no, no. I
my
know,
mother
but
dealing with it, but
no, I know. But I just am saying who's 37 helping people. Okay. The reason why I say that is because here you go. When you talk about a video from a Nate, You can come in with something like when two can't take care of each other anymore, what to do for aging grandparents. Do you see how it turned it from my age range, to a Nate age range? And Nate, by the way, I don't mean to say that because we're not far apart. I just mean when we are talking about who we want to connect with, this is it. This is it. Now, how would I do this? Let me just, I'm going to do this video for you guys raw and real without even recording, because it has my tone and style so well, it's ridiculous. So, the video title would be my catch. That would be how I'd catch you. Do you get it? I wouldn't say that in my video. Here's my hook. All right. So let's watch my face, you guys, okay? Do you ever notice how your grandparents used to take care of each other until one day they both just kind of stopped? The dishes pile up, the fridge looks empty, and suddenly they're both falling apart, just trying to hold each other up. You could even have a picture of your grandparents back here. But the point is you're not imagining it. This is one of the most heartbreaking caregiving shifts, when the couple that has always handled life together starts to silently struggle. Here's how to step in without stepping on their toes. Just recognize the signs. If mail's piling up, unpaid bills, spoiled food in the fridge, missed meds or doctor's appointments, or you smell the change before you even see it, start the conversation with care. Don't come in hot. Pick a calm moment. Say like after lunch, but definitely not in a crisis. Use I language, and I'm not worried, I'm worried, versus you're not managing and putting it back on them. Say things like, you two have done so much for each other, but maybe it's time someone helped you. Do you see where I'm going with this? Don't talk at them, talk with them. Offer choices. Know your options. Again, no one size fits all. No one size fits all. In home care, this is where you could do your call to action. Hey, here's your menu. And if you need, if you're looking, call to action to your website. I've got places for you. Let me know. But a lot of people wait for a fall or a hospital stay before acting. Act early, ask questions now, research before it's urgent, build a team, not during a crisis. If your grandparents are both fading and you're feeling like you're the only one who's seeing it, it's not just you. You're stepping into a role nobody prepared you or your parents for, and I see how heavy it is. But maybe there's ways through it. You don't have to do it alone. Do you see where I'm going? It's kind of like puts it back onto you. So I say that because when you do these things now, that was through the decades. Hold on one second. Let's go into this. When you do this face, place, space video hook, here's your hook. No one prepares you for the moment your mom forgets how to turn off the stove. In Nate's case, grandparent, whatever. And by the way, if there are products, I've marketing affiliations with products, but that one that you see about how how it turns off the stove, a friend of mine invented the first universal stove knob in the world, and she was on Shark Tank. I met her years ago, and she owns Ohm, OME. But I used to do videos where where you could get a piece of it. The point of this is that this is where you are literally doing nothing, but you can still do some type of, collaboration in marketing. What influencer, however you want to call it. We call it referral fees, they call it influencing, whatever. Back then, we used to sell Tupperware. We used to go around to people's homes. This is no different. They just call it influencer marketing. Anyways, so that's the face part of it. Let's talk about place. right? Let's talk about place. How about talking about if you're looking for safe single level homes near, wherever it is, this one's for you. Or place, walk through one of your favorite assisted living communities. There you go. Show what they have, show what the space has for it. That's why I say that to you guys. So now that you have that cheat sheet, you know how to use that cheat sheet. Let's go to cheat sheet number 2, because I'm just quickly showing you guys how to do this. So we've talked about putting that video together. And by the way, thank you, Nashville Nate. I appreciate you you stepping up to the plate there. But here's stuff if you don't have stuff. How about you ever feel like you're parenting your parent? Here's what I wish someone told me sooner. Speak from a raw level. You saw me speaking in my bedroom. God, that was intimate. You're in my bed with me. You saw how many views it had. Remember, messy bun, they don't care. Show up, be raw, be real, be you. Give information, even if it means that you've gone through it and what you've seen. I speak from an educational standpoint of everything that I've seen in my career, and I don't want people to call me in a crisis anymore. I'm sick of it. I want to educate you because I know that I can help you before you get there. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys to do. Help them before they get there, because when they get there, they're going to need you. I promise you. I've seen it. It happens to me all the time. I just want you to be me, like 50 million of me. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. You'll see. This is the moment I knew my mom couldn't live alone anymore. Speak from a raw, real standpoint, right? When we talk about repurposing, I show you how to repurpose Reels, LinkedIn, newsletters. That's it. There you go. Look it. These are just caption starter prompts for you. You don't have to take them. Take it or leave it. I don't care. Use them or don't use them. The point is they get traction. People want to know. But if you're going to go in with one of these starters, you better come up with content behind it. Like real information of what they need. Go into Google, go find what search, be able to answer the questions of something that you've gone through, what you've seen, how you've navigated it, so you can speak from a real, like from your heart. All right, let's go to the next one. That was, only 2. Let's go to 3. Let's go to the hook vault. You know me and my plug and plays. I'm all about plug and plays. When I showed you guys the video that we were doing, and then I was telling Nashville Nate, hey, just give me this. And then we plugged it in and I played it out for you guys. The hook, the content, all of that stuff. That's exactly what this is. I put basically a vault together for you. A lot of stuff. Okay, if you think about walking into your parents' home and it's your childhood home, even though you don't even live in that state and you're not licensed in that state, doesn't even matter. But imagine walking into your home, because I did it and I had 18,000 views on it. Yeah. When you talk about your childhood home isn't aging well, but your parents are still in it, it gets a lot of views. And then you put it to music. You don't say a word. I didn't say a word on my video. I just put music. And the music I put was mind your own business. Like I was being, I'll go back to that video after, but I honestly, that's what I did. So think about those plug and plays that you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Do a point of view, do 3 signs your parents need to move, but they're not going to tell you. Go into Google, find out, go, oh my God, that hit me, and tell the story. Because that's what I do. And I'm like, oh my God, I remember that story. Or, oh my God, I remember that. Or I remember how I helped them out of that. I'm sure that would be so helpful to people. I promise you, and I know that there's a few of you, especially like Kim on here and Cheryl, you guys have gone through things with your clients. Share those stories. Don't share the names. Share how it's affected you as a person and what you've seen families go through. You don't have to talk about it being a business deal or real estate, but how it affected you and why you want to do what you want to do. That's the point of view. All right, so story starter. Okay, I'm giving you plug and play formats that help. When you want to start a story, I didn't expect to feel blank when blank. I didn't expect to feel guilty when I suggested that my mom move into a smaller place. Guess what? People feel guilty because they're like, oh my God, you got to go from 3,000 square feet to 200, or not 200, sorry, to 800 square feet. Did you know that a move manager can take you from that to that seamlessly? They will make everything just seem very similar, right down to the photos and the furniture and the style, and they'll make it feel homey. So that transition is less to be so like crazy in their mind of like what was going on. I'm telling you, there's ways around this. So you just have to be full of secret sauce with all the people. So again, going back to, here's one thing I learned to help. I learned helping my aging parent with. I wish I knew it sooner. This is the moment that I realized my parents weren't safe at home, and you can walk around your parents' home or a client's home. Most people think, but here's what's actually true. Think about the types of stuff that you want to put out there and how your format is. It's not a one size fits all, and not all of these are going to fit you. But I told you the 3 things that people look at on social media for marketing. You better hit them. Better hit those 3. If you don't know what those 3 are, it's your face, your place, and your space. Go back to it. Face, place, space. I gave you something. Okay, it's not here. On one of the other ones, I gave you a bunch of stuff on your face, space, place. Use them to your advantage. Now, you know me, I hate salesy crap. I don't like salesy. Quit the salesy stuff. Okay, that's it. Oh, by the way, place video. Sorry, let me go back really fast. This senior community has. Go visit your favorite senior community. Go take pictures and plop it in and do a video. This senior community has blank, blank, and blank, but here's what I didn't expect. Dun, dun, dun. Leave them hanging. And then, bam, show them what it is. Now, what's your non-salesy pitches? Because you know me, the call to action, I don't like that sales crap. I'm not about sales, but I want to get their information, and I want to market to them. I want to sell to them. If it's not them, it's some of their friends. It's somebody. I'm going back to Cialdini, right? I'm going back to his 6 ways of doing this psychologically. Psychologically, I'm marketing. I'm building trust psychologically. I'm building influence with intention. So I'm going to go follow for more stories like this. If you're navigating aging parents, plop in whatever you want. Comment with a heart if you're one of those family taking care of things. Save this in case you need to hear it again. Tag someone. Want my aging in place checklist? Just comment checklist and I'll send it. You guys, not one of these is salesy, but guess what? They're coming back for more. They need the information. You saw that when I was showing you the TikTok, and I'll show you the shower afterwards of what I was showing you about this place one about your parents that need to move. It's interesting. It's fascinating when you can resonate with people, your peeps. And that's all I want you to do. Hand up. That's how you're going to resonate with them. Hand up, serve it. Serve up all that information that you're seeing, that you're going through, or you see people going through, and what you're doing to help them go through it. Because that goes back to Cialdini, right? Goes back to him. All right, 4. All right, again, that sandwich shop. You know me, you guys. I love our sandwich shop here. So when you're talking about the sandwich generation, you want to grab their attention with questions, relatable moments, Emotional tension. That is exactly what Nashville Nate gave me. He gave me something that was an emotional tension. Granted, I did ask for it, but I said, you're probably not the only one handling it. Or one of us here has definitely gone through it. In fact, all of us have, even though our grandparents have maybe been past years, it doesn't matter. We've gone through it. But again, it goes back to ever wonder why your parents won't move, even when the stairs are dangerous. You're juggling your own kids and your parents just got diagnosed. Now what? This is a different subset that you're marketing to. This is the people that are stuck between taking care of their parents and having children, or maybe they're taking care of their grandparents because their parents aren't. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, they're a sandwich. And it's your job to be the shop in your area. It is. Trust me, big things are coming. I'm not finished with you guys. But anyways, so when you talk about that hook, I'm giving you literally how I place it in me, like how my brain works. When you give them that hook, I want you to come in with a short story. I want you to come in with 3 points. You guys don't get it. We stop at 3 points. We don't go beyond that. Our brains aren't like that. This isn't like trying to like stuff it in with, a year's worth of content. We need 3 points to help us. And then what do we do afterwards? Oh my God, you're there for me. I love it. That's what my video gave. My video gave you a hook. My video gave you the main content of what I wanted you to know and educate you on. And then I gave you the lesson and the options to get you out of it because I didn't want you to be stuck there. Just like as in this group, I don't want you to go out there and serve with your hand out and give me the sale. That sucks. You suck as a person. Don't do that. That's not the way this is. Serve with your hand up and be better than that. Be a Cialdini and serve with those six types, with the 6 principles, forgive me. Serve with the 6 principles. Reciprocity, commitment, and consistency. Show up for the people around you, for your sphere of influence, because your sphere of influence is who's bringing you those people. I promise you. I promise you. Your social proof, your influence. You saw how many people were following, and it's not about followers. It's about what's in my head that I have to offer people. It's my education. It's my background. It's the fact that I wanted to go back to school and be certified in gerontology because I love what I do. I just want to, I need the psychological side of it because that bothers me. That's what I need for me. That's me. I'm not about all those letters on the end of your name. Be good at what you do. Be damn good at what you do because that's your authority. That's what sets you apart. That's the 6 principles that he keeps talking about. Reciprocity, commitment, consistency. That's all one. Those 2 are one. Social proof, authority, liking. You saw people liking. And then scarcity. There's nobody like us out there. There's nobody like us out there, you guys. Nobody's serving it. Nobody's serving it up like we are in a sandwich shop. So I say short story it. Give them the education, tell them what you need them to know, and then keep it to 3 to 5. 3 points. Give them, it's like short. The aha moment of keep it small, those options, and then what they can do, what you want them to do, where you want them to go with that information. Speak to them like you're talking to a friend. That's what I was doing. I was talking to a friend. Anyway. All right. Number 5, and then we're done. So when you go in, by the way, to think of topics for this market, these are just 10 topics in your head that, here's why I say this. if you take one of these topics and you were to just plug it into, okay, now I'm going to just take something. I'm going to take this right here. Okay. Hold on one second. Oh God, really? Do I have to? Oh, sorry. There we go. Now, downsizing without drama. Okay, now, do you remember when I talked about the plug and play? Okay, first of all, you guys all know that I hate the word downsizing, but for content purposes, I can't change it because of Google's analytics and stuff. You'll see why. So downsizing without drama. I'm going to put that into here. And the reason why I say that is because I want to see what people are asking the most. If you look at what people are asking the most, it's at what age do most couples downsize? What shouldn't you downsize? What's the best age to downsize your home? Is there a downside to downsizing, right? I am going to I'm going to copy and paste those questions. I'm going to show you why in a second. I'm going to throw them into my little BFF, ChatGPT. Before I do, I am going to also take that question, and we've talked about this because remember, this is like a science, not a science project. This is like you have to input to get output. The input is you got to tell it what, how, the who, what, where, when, how, why, and what you need. I like to be nice. I'm always about please, thank you, I appreciate it. That's great. That's not great. That's how I talk to mine. But you have to, it has to know what you want. The reason why is because it's going to give you a much better detailed information of what you need, and then you can just do what you need to do. Now I'm going to say downsize without drama. Okay, let me just leave the drama part. And now I'm going to go into one of these. Do you see how I see golden years, this old house? See this old house has this downsizing thing. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy it. I'll show you why in a second. Okay. Now, I am doing a video. Oop. Okay, that's all I said to it. I said, what would Heather do? The reason why I said that is because I've already given it questions about the most asked questions, and it's telling me what would Heather say style script. Okay, I am literally giving you everything on a silver platter. So downsizing without drama. Forget that what Heather would say doesn't matter. Okay, you think downsizing is just about square footage? Nope. It's about emotions, expectations, and that one guest bedroom nobody's used since 2009. Downsizing, it's different when it's your house, your stuff, and your memories. And the last thing you need is well-meaning cousin or pushy realtor saying you'll feel so free once you let it all go. Okay, Susan. I mean, I would redo some of that, but I would say, hey, who am I? I'm Heather, an aging specialist educator and I wouldn't say real estate pro, again, aging specialist who's walked hundreds of families through the right sizing maze. And let me tell you, right sizing doesn't have to feel like defeat. It can be a strategic move that buys you peace, freedom, and let's be honest, a whole lot less of Windex and cleaning supplies. You know, that's just me, I'd add it. Here's the real reason why people right size. Too much house, not enough energy to upkeep. Want to be closer to family and doctors. How about maintenance? It's a full-time job and none of us signed up for it. It's financial freedom, lower stress. It empties rooms. It's an equals emotional weight. You want less cleaning and you want more living. You know what? But here's the problem. Nobody talks about the emotional cost of right sizing our parents. It's not just about logistics. It's about the loss of a chapter of their life. And that's where the drama starts to sneak in for all of us. Here's the common mistakes that I see downsizing. Waiting too long so it becomes an emergency when you have to move because not one of us planned for it. How about trying to downsize, right size everything at once? That's a recipe for meltdowns and stalled progress. Thinking smaller means giving up your lifestyle. It's not subtraction. It's just all about editing. So letting letting guilt or family pressure make the call for you. You don't owe your growing kids a shrine to their old trophies. Here's what I want you to do instead. Name what matters most. It's like walkability, less maintenance, extra cash flow. Start small, one drawer, one shelf, one box. Build confidence, not chaos. Keep what's useful and meaningful, not just in case clutter. And by the way, measure your new space before you actually keep all that oversized furniture. Use the 2020 rule. If it costs under 20 bucks and it takes under 20 minutes to replace, you definitely don't need it. Celebrate the shift, celebrate the shift. Downsizing is not shrinking. It's right sizing for that next season. You're not losing your home, you're actually gaining breathing room. Less cleaning, less stress, and more you. Right sizing doesn't mean that you're done, it means that you're just getting started with more freedom, more time, and yes, more room in the budget for pickleball, wine, or whatever makes you smile. Like, follow, and share for more of those real talks about aging well and living smart without all the drama. You guys, honestly, every time we are on here on Thursdays, I literally plug that in for you. Now, did I use it? No. What did I use it for? As the thought, as the poof. Because I know a lot of us get stuck in our own way. My brain's constantly thinking of stuff. I'm constantly putting it out. That script that I just read you, I'm going to go tweak it. I'm going to put it out tomorrow. You guys need to see what happens with that video. I'm going to post it. That video, I'm going to have that, I'm going to post that video late tonight. And
On what
tomorrow,
platform?
huh? I can't hear you. What?
What platform?
I'm going to post it on TikTok. I'll post it on my TikTok. You know, it's funny. I just have so much bandwidth. I like really do. I just need someone to take it all over because I like don't have much bandwidth, but I have like my head explodes with all the stuff. Here's what I'll say. This is an untapped market. I listen to a lot of marketing podcasts. I'm huge about stats, statistics, numbers, stuff that's going on. I've always been fascinated with marketing since I've been little. In fact, I can tell you Hungry Man dinners. That is the first marketing thing that I could remember in the 70s. And I thought to myself, okay, I love how they made me want to buy that. How I am as a little kid, I had no idea, but the thought made me think that. And I will tell you, 99% of the time, I don't buy products because I just don't like the marketing behind it. I don't get behind it. That's just me. That's who I am. I need authentic brand building. I need something that connects and resonates with me. I'm a connector when it comes to like not social media influence, community influence. Like a brand that's in my community that I wholeheartedly like, that I physically know and trust. That's who I'm all about. That's what I want. That's who I want to go back to mom and pop. I want to go back to the sandwich style shop. I want to go back to the way things were when you looked at marketing and society and the demographics. We've gotten out of control when it comes to things. When I say out of control, it's serving people. I hate going in and getting service from people who are sitting on a phone. It's so frustrating. Like, like they're supposed to be serving you, but they're sitting on their phone. That's all. I just think it's heading back that way. That marketing style. I showed you the history when we first started. Then I showed you the psychological aspect of marketing. And then I came into you to show you how to take the psychological marketing and how to twist it into today's marketing skill set and make it your own. That's all. That's what I've been doing for the last 7 years. That's how I've shown up for the last 30 years of my life. I've been teaching it for the last 7 years here at EXP Seniors Network, but here's what I'll tell you. I love it. And that's the people that I want to do business with. That's why I teach you guys. You guys are all the people that I would want to do business with in my community. If you showed up the way that this is, I'd be like, bam, you can have my client. You'd have me for a lifelong person. I'd give you anybody in my sphere on a silver, platinum, gold. I would gold plate that. In fact, I wouldn't even plate it. I'd give it to you fully gold, like a gold brick. Because that's how appreciative I would be. That's what I want. Hand up. Serve with your hand up, not your hand out. All right. We're always going over 8:30. Okay. Anybody? Questions? Questions? Really? Oh, raise your hands. Really? Oh my God. You guys are the best. Thank you for staying. You guys, honestly, I wish you guys the best of luck. I love every week that I put in a Facebook group, like your wins. You guys have some great stuff going on. You really do. I mean, the connections you're making, but I'm telling you, take this, run with it, go for it, have fun. I just want to see you guys succeed. That's it. Just enjoy, succeed, and go for it. Nashville Nate, do you have anything?
No, I
Eric,
don't.
yeah. What?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Eric, you always got questions, buddy.
I asked them earlier, and no, it was a good evening. Thank you very much. Good information.
Yeah. I mean, you guys were all getting hit with it. I don't care how old you are. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 25. You were being hit with it, whether it's your parents are seeing your parents, your grandparents, great grandparents are living longer. But statistics are on our side, you guys. They really are.
Okay, so here it is. So I have one.
Good. I knew it.
Oh no. Okay. So I've been doing a lot of work on some of my CRM leads, determining the age of those leads specifically. I don't know each of them personally, and finding that there's a significant number. I'll bet there's in some of these areas that I've been prospecting, there's 40 to 60% or more that are over the age of 55 and certainly older than I am. But I was just kind of curious.
Where are you getting these leads? Just out of curiosity, how are you getting them?
All right. Good question. So first off, it's, what do you call it? Where I get them for, shoot, I don't remember the name of the company, but
Okay, so
where you download them and they give you all the data for the property, and then
RPR?
from there you can infer one.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a freebie.
Skip tracing.
I
Okay.
love my freebies. You guys know you guys know I love freebies, right? Freebies. I'm all
I
about
love it.
So I want you guys to go to the guy who does your titles. That's it. Go to your title guy. I want you to ask him a couple questions, okay, on data. Ready? You want data on all homeowners over the age of 60, all of those homeowners that have owned their homes for 20 plus years, I'd even do 25, give him a radius, then have him split it, okay, and they can, from 2-story homes and 1-story homes. That's all you need.
So that's pretty much what I've done. And
Okay.
then because of laws here in Texas, they can't specifically give you their age.
No, they
However,
can't. You can,
there is
yes.
another platform I use that's called Ben Verified. I don't know
Okay.
if you've heard of that, but
No.
they, for some reason, they have a collective of information that it specifically tells you the person's age, but you can't download them. You have to do it one by one. But I can infer that at least they've been there 20 to 25, maybe 30 years. So I
So
can call
you
them a senior, and then I go back and I can
so
infer.
you can legally take 55 and over, but the reason why I tell you is if you take, okay, think about this. If you take homes that are already 20 years plus,
Mhm.
do the math on that. When they bought the home at X, they had to have bought the home at 25, 30 years old. They're already in their 50s. Okay.
Right.
Even if you go older than that, but think about then how old the home is itself, not just the
Right.
person in it, but the home itself. What's the maintenance look like? How's it look in there? It goes a
So,
lot beyond that. But
right, where I was going with that was, we've been talking about, and you've got some great ideas there on focusing on the families of those people. But now, what about focusing on those folks, how
so,
to handle
so
those?
believe it or not, you have the kids that are going to be talking to them about it, and they're going to also see you. So when they go, you got to remember algorithms, because I talk about algorithms. When you're doing videos that are tagged in Texas, where you are, kids that are looking for us. Now, remember, we're going back to tags. Assisted living communities in Texas in your area, and they're looking, you will come up before a place for mom does. If you have enough videos that are gaining traction about the tag, assisted living communities, whatever your area is in Texas, and what you have to offer, those videos are going to create the algorithm to pump you up for that. That's the kids. Okay. Now let's talk about the older adults. That's where you need to hit it on a different level, you guys. I've told you there's various styles of marketing here. It's not just the social media, but it's in-person events. Told you guys that. Education. I sit on I do ARP Speakers Bureau for the last 4 years. It's the best thing ever. But just get involved. Go out in front. Go to senior fairs. Go walk around. Go meet all the people. You will have an amazing time and get to know a lot of people. But remember, you have sphere of influence that you can count on too, that has clients that need help, whether it's being put into placement or selling a home, or you have clients that you know that needs home health care or a reverse mortgage or some kind of something happening like they need grab bars putting in. That's your job. That's your secret sauce to have all the people in place to give it to them. Does that make sense? All right, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go because we're, always running over. Because I like to talk.
Thank you.
You guys are welcome. Have a really good night. I am gonna stop the recording.